So yeah, we'll be plugging this Friday's gig at Samuel Slater's restaurant in Webster, which I keep calling, and it's subconscious. It's probably because of the last few Patriots games I've watched. I keep calling it Matthew Slater's restaurant.
Even playing?
I know, and I just wish that he was still with us.
That's because exactly. I hear you. I agree. Oh my God, how sad.
Did you watch that game yesterday?
Oh God, we certainly did. We certainly did. It was awful. Oh my God, we took a shot for every penalty. We were faced by halftime.
Oh my God, I'm surprised you're calling in. Jeez, oh man. Yeah, I keep seeing news articles and people. I keep hearing people say, you know what? He did pretty good for his first time. And I'm like, listen, let's just call it what it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. But you got to, the poor kid, what is he, 22 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Unbelievable.
You know, he doesn't have the experience, but, you know, it's just, I don't know if there are people like taking pause. This game was really positive for him. I'm like, was it really? It looks like he got sacked like 20 times. That doesn't seem very positive, you know?
Exactly. No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't think so either, Mike.
When you started doing stand-up, I mean, you obviously it didn't go, you know, swimmingly right away, I'm guessing. I mean, everybody who tries it for the first time, you know, it's not usually like a slam dunk. But can you remember that first time you said, okay, I'm going to do it? Do you remember how did that go?
The first time went so swimmingly.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah, you'll be surprised to hear this one. The first time went so good that they were like, let me try to cut this down.
Okay.
So it was 2004. I was always funny at family parties and different things like that. So 2004, February of 2004, Jimmy Hurley signed me up for Nickelodeon Nick at Night's Funniest Mom in America contest.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now I had never done stand up ever in nothing, never. I just was, you know, funny at family gatherings and, you know, so I said, okay, well, all right. I didn't care. We were going to New York. No one was going to know me. And we got in the car and we drove to New York, and it was the tryouts were at the Laugh Factory in Times Square, and it was just it was just luck. It was just, you know, and there were like 100 people auditioning that day. So I got up there and I just did we wrote a couple things down on a napkin on the drive down, and I got up and I was a fan of stand-up comedy, so I kind of knew what to do. But I got up there and did my thing, and, you know, did great, couldn't believe it. And it was hilarious because Jimmy was drinking like 7 and 7s. He was so nervous. And everyone that would go up before me, he'd turn around and go, oh my God, you're going to kill this. You're going to kill it. So God love him. So we did well. And I went on to like do eight more weeks of going back and forth to New York. And we filmed a live show that was on Mother's Day. And it was like an American Idol thing for women comics, for mothers.
Yeah.
And I came in first runner-up and came home, and no one knew who I was. So it took me about another 2 or 3 years to finally get someone to look at me, and that's history.
I can't believe that was your very first time. Wasn't up until you tried out for that show. That's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you had to have 3 minutes of time, and I barely had 3 minutes, but I made it work. And afterwards, the producers came up to me and said, well, where do you work in Boston? I said, I don't. I'm a stay-at-home mother, blah, blah, blah. And they said, no, where do you do comedy? And I said, I don't. So the sound guy came over the microphone and said, intercom, and said, she's telling the truth, because the girl before her was about 6 inches taller than her. And I didn't know how to adjust the mic, so I stood on my tippy toes and spoke into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool, Mike. It was pretty awesome. Of course, then, you know, you get home and you get punched in the gut because no one knows who the hell you are.
You know, you get that mass hole thing where it's like, oh, look here comes the big shot who was on TV. Bet you're too good for us now, huh?
Exactly. Like no one, like it took me good 3 years to get like my first gig. I think I got $25 for it. Wow. With this wacky booker down here on the South Shore gave it to me, and then it just word of mouth, and I was lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes, it takes a certain amount of luck, Christine, but you are hilarious. I mean, there's that too.
Oh, honey, thank you.
You do make me laugh my ass off. So there's that. You know. All right, so it's not all luck, but yeah, right place, right time.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, come on.
I always say you don't pick comedy. I think comedy picks you. It's a hard thing to teach, and it's. I'm just so lucky. I just love it.
I saw. Let's see. Was it last week or week before that? You were with Lenny at the Golden Banana. Now, were you doing stand up that night, or were you dancing?
I would have rather danced. Oh my God! Oh my God! It was kind of a fiasco.
Oh no!
The crowd. Yeah, it was Tony V, Lenny, and then I had to close. And Tony
that's
got
a
up,
tough spot.
And the crowd was just. The crowd was just miserable. They were just horrible. So it's not their fault. I mean, you're at the Golden Banana. You don't want to see comedy.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, if you ask me,
Right.
So it just they just weren't having any of us. And then during Lenny said someone pulled the fire alarm. It was just hilarious.
Oh, no. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh God. It was just something else. I'll tell you. But we wrapped it up and closed it out, and that's in the books.
Never going back again. Right.
What
was it? Was that was that your worst gig that you've ever experienced? Like not you personally, but the craziest kind of. What was like the most messed up time you had a gig?
God, there's been so many. There might have been. I remember. There's been so many. I love the ones when I had the credit Nick at Night's Funniest Mom in America. A lot of times people would bring their kids.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
and you're
and I'm like, no, I'm not that kind of, no, I'm not funny for kids.
No, especially when you're talking about Jimmy trying to wake you up in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, exactly. Thank you very much.
Kids
how
don't need to see.
I earned my diamond ring.
Right. Oh my God.
I'm like,
did you tell them? Did you say, hey, I see you have some kids there? Or did you not find out till after you started?
Yeah, I did. I used to, when this first started happening, I used to go into convulsions. I used to be like in a fetal position. I'm like, I can't. I have to edit on the fly, and everyone's just looking at me like, what is she saying? What? So those were awful. I just recently had a show. I thought might have been top 3. Oh, maybe it was the banana.
It sounded like it.
Top 3 worst. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Pretty bad. But I have had some bad. Sometimes people just don't get it. Like they just don't get. And poor Jimmy, God love him. He's my manager, so he drives me and picks me up from everything and stands in the back of the room and just prays for me. The poor thing. And we were in Hanover one night. I was doing something for like the Hanover PTO, the Mothers Association or whatever. I'd rather eat glass. But anyway, I'm up there doing it, and they are just staring at me. All the lights are on. They're just looking at me like all these like yuppies. And I just looked at the back, and I see Jimmy looking through the glass in the window, looking through the window in the back. And I said, Jimmy, we're leaving. I said, they don't like me. So it's just,
God.
It's just, oh yeah, there's been some horror shows.
Yeah.
Horror shows. But then you I've had a rough couple of weekends, but then this past weekend I was in Quincy and it was great. It's up and down, but you got to keep going.
Yeah, you got to get back up. You got to get back up on the horse, as they say, and I think
it does, Mike. You learn from your mistakes and you learn from your failures, and yeah, that's just the way. That's life.
My friend Josh Dolan is here. I think you know Josh.
Hey,
I
Christine.
love Josh.
How's it going?
Josh, I think I was there when you proposed to your wife.
You were at that gig?
Oh yeah, that was on the other side of Route 1. That was not the banana. That was Giggles. You were there that night.
That was Route 1 South. They're friendlier on Route 1 South.
Oh yeah, joke's on me. She's my ex-wife now.
Shit, Josh.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh honey, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's all good.
Oh. Darling, oh my God! Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yikes!
Well, I was just gonna say, like those hell gigs. Do you actually find that they make you better? Because I feel that like when I do hell gigs like that, it makes me better because I learn what gigs to say no to, like no class reunions.
Autumn. Oh my God! I can't believe. I wish Jimmy was on this phone. We don't do class reunions. It does. It teaches you what to say no to. Jimmy had a convent call a couple of years ago. Nuns.
To do a gig at the convent?
Yeah, they wanted me to do, in South Boston, they wanted me to do their yearly jubilee or something. Jimmy said, have you seen my wife? I don't think, no, I don't. So we we used to say yes to everything, but you're right, Josh. That tells you what you can and can't do. Like, it's just hard. Like, I do a lot of bridal showers, and those are hit or miss. I do baby showers; those are hit or miss.
Baby showers.
It's tough.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. A couple weeks ago, me and Tony V. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, a couple weeks ago, Tony and I judged a strongman competition for a cigar convention up in New Hampshire. I mean, it's crazy.
Wow.
But you do, Josh. You're absolutely right, and it defeats you. I mean, it feels like you can't. What are you going to do? But you just know what to say no to next time.
Yeah, and that's proof that you really love it. When you're just like, all right, that was a bad one. Next one will be better.
Yep.
You got to do it.
I used to be ruthless. Poor Jimmy. I'd wake up on Monday morning and say, if you even answer that phone, I'm going to kill you. I am done. I'm not doing this. So, no, but you get back up there and like when you do the donkey show in Tijuana, it might be bad, but you wake up the next morning, get going again.
I'd never admit to knowing that. So, but I have been to Amsterdam. I'll say that much. No, maybe. All right. Well, at Samuel Slater's this coming Friday, it's 21 and over, I believe, so no kids. And I can't guarantee no nuns, though, Christine. So,
I know. I've had nuns.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I've had a priest, actually. I've had a couple of priests.
Are these the cool, like, priests with, like, a man bun?
Exactly.
That don't, okay.
Like the very charismatic. Exactly.
They wear sandals and stuff, yeah.
Yes, they wear the Christ Cruisers. Yeah, they're cool.
Christ Cruisers. Awesome.
It's always weird when the setup to a typical joke walks through the door for a comedy show.
Right, yeah. Well, that's this coming Friday. Samuel Slater's restaurant right next to Indian Ranch. That is in beautiful Webster, and you'll be there with Ryan Gartley and Gary James. So get there early and see everybody. It opens up at 7:30. So, Christine, we're looking forward to seeing you.
Great room.
Yeah, it is a
fun place. You guys are a delight.
Well, we appreciate you
so much.
We appreciate you, Christine. Thank you so much, and we'll see you there Friday.
Darling. Okay, honey. Love you guys.